I'd like to read one verse of scripture before we pray. Reading from Psalms 127, verse 1. Unless the Lord builds the house, its builders labor over it in vain. Unless the Lord watches over a city, the watchman stays alert in vain. Let's pray together. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to be here. Lord, we thank you for another day of life. And Lord, I pray as this meeting comes to order, Lord, that every decision would be a godly decision of righteousness. Lord, we love you. We love our city. And Lord, we know you love our city. And Lord, we ask that you watch over our city. And Lord, that you would just let righteousness reign over us. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. And God's people said, Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mind you, if you have a cell phone, if you'll please silence those. And if you need to carry on conversations, if you'll please do it outside these chambers. Again, if you need to carry on conversation, please do it outside these chambers. And on the agenda, we're going to move under the routine agenda item number 6. Going to add as 7A, approval for the administration to apply for a CDBG grant concerning Webster School. Approval of application of CDBG grant in cooperation with Webster School. 7A. Yes, ma'am. Then after the citizens' comments, we've been requested to have an executive session concerning prospective purchase, sale of land in the downtown Meridian area. Any other changes, deletions, additions, not being motion to approve the agenda? All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. The agenda is set. Move the consent agenda. Need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Move the routine agenda. Number 1, order authorizing acceptance of funding from Mississippi Development Authority for downtown banner program.
So moved.
Second.
Want to explain that?
President Thomas, this is a grant written by Laura Carmichael and her team in an effort to put up banners down the 22nd Avenue corridor. We'd like to thank Mr. Carmichael for all that she's doing to help with our entrance. But this is accepting a grant for $12,500 from NBA for a downtown banner program.
Any questions? Not ready to vote? All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 2, order authorizing agreement with Mueller Systems to host software equipment and provide water meters.
So moved.
Second.
Questions?
Mr. McAllister, and just bring public up to date on that.
Mr. Smith isn't here right now. He had a meeting in Jackson. But what this is an agreement with Mueller that allows us to access their software on the equipment that they're putting in to read on the meters. This is our water meter program that was approved by the council a few months ago. And what this is a software agreement that goes with that package. This has been reviewed by the attorney, and we're asking for approval.
Any other questions? Ready to vote? All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 3, order authorizing acceptance of bid from Progressive Solutions LLC for herbicide treatment rights of way.
Second.
Questions? What right of ways are going to treat?
This is on Siwash Creek. The cost to put this herbicide out is $425 per acre. It's 11.4 acres total, and it's 2 applications, and the bid being awarded for $9,690 to Progressive Solutions LLC for herbicide treatment.
Hope in the future we can expand that program to other districts. Ready to vote? All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 4, order authorizing agreement designating Stephen Red as a certified local government coordinator for the Mississippi Department of Archives and History.
So moved.
Questions?
What exactly were we doing?
This is our grant applications that anything that we make or any contact between the Mississippi Department of Archives and History and the City of Meridian. Dr. Red will be our appointed individual to make that contact. He is a planner, senior planner in community development.
Is he over there?
You want to get up here and speak?
So this is just a designation, he already works for the city, and he'll just be our contact.
Yes, ma'am. He also has a PhD too. Dr. Red.
Should be Dr. Red?
Dr. Red.
Okay. Forgive us.
Ready to vote? All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Another duty for the job today. Number 5, order authorizing approval post allow summer accredited classes to be offered at the New Bell Young Community Center in the months of July through August.
So moved.
Questions? Ready to vote? All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 6 was taken off the agenda. Number 7, final resolution granting ad valorem tax exemption for Van Zyverton Inc.
So moved.
Questions? Ready to vote? All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 7A, approval of the city to apply for a CDBG grant for assistance with the Wexford School Development Project.
So moved.
Questions? Ready to vote? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 8, the claims document.
So moved.
Any questions? Ready to vote? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Move to presentation agenda. Number 1, Linda Waters for Adams Energy. You here? Linda Waters. Linda Waters. Final call. Move to number 2, Wexford Foundation presentation agenda. Anyone here to speak concerning that?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Hey, pull that down, if you will. There you go.
All right, good morning. My name is Jennifer Buford, and I'm with East Central Planning Development District in Mississippi. And we are also working with the Western Foundation on some grant applications that they have received and will be receiving. Their first grant that they received is Archives and History to do some repairs to the roof at Western School, which is completed with some additions that's going to be made. The other one is that they applied for a National Park Service grant in the amount of $500,000, which they were approved for. And that is also to do some improvements at the Western School. You passed a resolution for them to apply for the block grant programs in reference to this program. But what we're asking also is that in order to meet a time-sensitive deadline, is that you apply, give the board permission or your staff permission to request proposals for architects, because we will have to have an architect to give us some cost estimates for the work that they're going to be doing with CDBG funds, and also we need to have a public hearing. And these are all time-sensitive information that will have to be done prior to submitting the CDBG applications. The application will be due May 18th.
They told us, the Wexford people said they had architectural plans already.
Well, if they're going to pay for any architect out of CDBG funds, they will have to either request an architect or they'll have to pay for it out of their local funds. And they have funds in the original grant, the National Park Service grant for $500,000. But if we can, and it's a competitive grant, if they receive the $500,000, then the architectural fees will increase, and that can be paid for out of the grant also.
The Parks grant has been approved.
It's been approved.
All right, we'll have to, I think our motion included enough to do that.
Okay. And the other thing is to have a public hearing that's required by CDBG.
When do we have to have that?
We're proposing that if you agree with it on May 1st, it's your first board meeting.
We can do that, we'll just add it to the agenda, we do it that morning. That means time. That means the timeline required.
That's correct.
Yes, ma'am.
We need to add it to the agenda to maybe set that public hearing for May.
Yeah.
I moved that we.
Well, we got,
We
we're
got.
gonna have to amend the agenda, then you gotta vote. You gotta have a 5-0 vote to change the agenda at this point, and we'll be good.
And also-
I moved to amend the agenda to set a public hearing for May 1st for the Western Foundation.
At what time?
9:30.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, need a second for that. All in favor, aye? All right, now we need a motion to approve the item we just added to the agenda.
So,
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, nay, okay, all right, now we're in good shape.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're straight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your efforts.
thank you.
Linda Waters, help show up. You're on.
Good morning. First of all, I'd like to say good morning to each of you, City Council and the Honorable Mayor and all the city officials. I am Linda Waters, Manager of Public Affairs with Atlas Energy, your natural gas company. And today what I'd like to do is just share with the council and constituents of Meridian about the various projects that are going on in Meridian. I'd like to speak a little bit on natural gas safety and National Safe Digging Month. You may recall, a couple years ago, I came over to Meridian and recognized the city for the efforts in practicing safe habits for calling 811 before digging and working on projects. And it's that time of year. It is National Safe Digging Month, where we encourage all of our customers in our service areas and all over the state to call 811 before digging the yard. Now, the reason we believe it's so important to be a member of the, to be part of National Safe Digging Month is to keep the safety of citizens in mind before starting projects throughout the city. Which leads me to the topic why I'm here today. Atlas Energy is focusing on making sure that we keep the communities that we serve safe. And in doing so, we are investing millions and millions of dollars in the various communities throughout our enterprise. We are actually providing gas service in many states throughout the southern region of the United States. And safety is our top priority for our customers. I have with me today Sean House. Sean House is Operations Supervisor for the Meridian area. And with us today we have a guest, Gus. Gus is our new mascot. We have Gus the Gopher and Rosie the Skunk. And the message that Gus and Rosie brings to communities is the message of calling 811 before you dig, and if you smell gas, what you should do if you smell gas. And the whole goal, of course, is to keep the community informed on safe practices, to make sure that the communities are safe, their homes are safe, and the families are safe. And again, back to my point, is we're focusing on making sure we keep communities safe by investing in infrastructure throughout the communities where we serve. I'm sure you probably have heard in the news in many cities the issue of infrastructure, aging infrastructure. And what Atlas Energy has done over the years is our focus has been making sure that we're proactive in going in different areas and upgrading the systems, which is what we're doing in Meridian. You may have noticed in some of your areas where there's some work going on. And what we do is we notify customers that are in the communities where we're going to work and let them know that work will be taking place. We put a notice on their doors, and the work usually takes about, maybe it could take up to a day, but usually within an hour or two. The customers get a notice that work will take place. We notify them and let them know if there's an issue or concern. But when they come home, of course, the gas is going to be off because we focus on safety first. Then they can contact us and we'll send someone out to reinstate their service. It's as simple as that. And the ultimate goal is to make sure we keep the community safe and be proactive and helping to build the economies in the communities we serve by focusing on the infrastructure and the safety of the communities. So that's my reason for being here today, is to inform you of what we're doing. Again, we're spending millions of dollars in the communities that we serve. And we're going out to different schools in the areas where we serve and having Gus the Gopher help educate children on safe practices, because we believe education does start at home, and sometimes the education of adults come through their children. So that's going to be our primary focus, to make sure we keep the community safe. So if you have any questions for me.
After y'all reinstate service, y'all go back to homes and relight pilot lights for folks if they want it?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yes.
And we'll do that.
Yes, sir.
A lot of us are hesitant to do that.
Well, after we reinstated the new service, we hang a car tag at anyone's home. The customers know we're already coming in this area. We do it way in advance. We send letters out. We also have poster boards we put out in the yards for customers that do allow us to do this. But we don't just do one block. We do several blocks at a time. And we have guys work around the clock to make sure that we're getting the gas back on, whether it's 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
So if they get home from work at 6 o'clock in the evening and the pilot lights are all off, y'all will come out.
That is correct.
Good, thank you.
And they receive information prior to the service being turned off, to have they get a phone number where they can call. And we also like to encourage the community, if you have any issues, please call us. Safety is the utmost importance to our organization and keeping the community safe. And we suggest they go on our website, www.atmosenergy.com/safety, to find out more information about what's going on in your community. If you have any questions, my name is on the website. Our customer service number is on the website. Please call us. We want to make sure that we align with the missions of the communities that we serve, to make sure we serve the constituents as well as you do.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the time.
Thank you. Next, we go to the mayor's report.
Good morning, council. Be real quick this morning. First of all, I want to thank Atmos. Also, we have a company right now. A lot of the people in the community will see these green and white trucks with Kelly Construction. They're doing a lot of work right now for Atmos. The owner of that company, they do a lot of work in Alabama with public utility companies. They are currently looking for land and space to bring an operation over here in Meridian, so we're very proud about that. They had a long-term contract with Atmos, and they're doing a great job in the community. But what I also like about what they're doing is they're giving back to the community. They have sponsored some things at the Meridian Public School District. They've also had some other community events, and they're also hiring people, some people not just from their current company. They hired some other people that live in Meridian, and I'm glad about the work that they're doing, and they're a partner with that. And so I want to tell Linda that before she got out of here, that they are doing a great job, and you will see them in green and white trucks. A lot of people in the community today may think that those are city employees doing that work right now with Atmos, but that is a private company that is doing that work for Atmos with your underground gas right now. Also, I would like to have two announcements. We will have a ribbon cutting for our new playground, Councilman Johnson. Bell & Young's, not this Friday, but next Friday, April the 13th. Mr. Magruder will be giving us the time, but we know it's probably that morning before lunch on April the 13th to introduce the community to our new playground that we're proud about over there at the Bell & Young Community Center. Also, this Saturday from 8 to 1 o'clock, we're having Earth's Bounty on April 7th at Seaman Brakeman Park. So people want to come out for that. We have a lot of people this weekend with our 3-Foot Festival, and we should have a lot of people also at Earth's Bounty this Saturday. Next, I communicated to the council yesterday. We are having a meeting with the Boys and Girls Club, Mr. Hood and his couple members on his board to move forward with kids getting back in the programs for Bell & Young. I think we're on the same page, and we have a great work relationship with the club, and we're going to get everything situated so that they can begin their programs and use the facility again. And we just had some talks, and we finally got a chance to communicate, and we're going to close out hopefully today or tomorrow, so that we will have an MOU that we didn't have today, because we're going to modify a few of those major items on that to give them the flexibility that they need to run their programs and move forward with that.
I hope while you're doing that, you can take some action on the water bill problem.
Okay, I'll talk to Mr. Hood about that as well.
That is in your law.
Okay. Last but not least, I have the foster grandparents and RSVP members here today. They do a lot of work in our community. They volunteer their time and energy and talent to help people of all ages, especially our youth in this community. And they have representation here today. I have a couple of things to say, but I'm going to ask whoever of the leaders of those two groups to please come up real quick. So I'm going to name on you.
Good morning to council, the mayor, and the community. My name is Sabrina Wilson, to those of you who do not know me, and I am the coordinator of Foster Grandparents Program, which is part of Multi-County Community Services Agency. Today is Volunteers Recognition Day, which basically stems from National Corporations and Community Services of the umbrella whom we fall under, which is part of Senior Points. It is indeed an honor to stand before you to recognize our volunteers who play such an exceptional role in the community in mentoring and tutoring with children with special and exceptional needs. We reach our community partners, which are Marina Public School District, Lauderdale County School District, Boys and Girls Club of East Mississippi, Youth Excitement Team Learning Center, Mississippi Action for Progress Head Start Centers, and St. Patrick's School, where our role is to help improve children in their educational roles, as well as building up their self-esteem, where they may become productive citizens in our community. And at this time, I would like to recognize Johnny Hobson, who is the assistant of the Foster Grandparent Program, as well as would like for all of our volunteers to please stand and be recognized. We serve counties of Lauderdale Park, Jasper, and Kemper will be our new county that we will be taking on within the next few weeks. Thank you, Mayor, for allowing us this opportunity, as well as the council, as well as our state office in Jackson did inform us that we did meet our mark in touching bases with our elected officials of 151 in the state, which has expanded from last year. And again,
Thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. We appreciate being here. RSVP is the impact agency of the United Way. Our volunteers, we have about 175. They volunteer for right at 14,700 hours so far, 12-month period. We're very proud of them. This is my first time doing this, so Sabrina got ahead of me. I keep all the volunteers, and I did. But Derek Radcliffe is our new CEO of United Way. We're proud to have him. But we do want to thank you for allowing us to be here and all the things that the city does for us is amazing. So thank you very much.
Are you all seeking additional volunteers, or?
Every day, yes, ma'am.
How does one become a volunteer? Who do they call? How do they?
Yeah, 6932732, 55 and older.
Wait. 693.
I'm sorry.
693.
Yeah, 2732.
2732.
Yes, ma'am.
And 55 and older.
Yes, ma'am. We have some that are 90. We have quite a few that are 80, so age doesn't matter.
Awesome. Thank you, Darren, for the congratulations on the promotion. We are just excited. Appreciate everything that the volunteers do. I know I see a lot of them in schools all the time, so we appreciate you all for coming out today, and thank you, Lady Sabrina, for what you do as well. leaving the organization.
Thank y'all.
And last but not least, well, we have a lot of people here today. I appreciate and I thank them for coming. I would just like to ask everyone again who lives in the city of Meridian to continue to be patient with us as we continue to try to grow this city. We have a lot of paving and a lot of work being done downtown right now. But I want to tell the people of this community a couple of things. One is, even though we are addressing some of the issues that we have downtown as we get ready to have a lot more commerce and a lot more tourism here because of the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience and with the build out of the Children's Museum within the next couple of years. All of those things are being done because the way our economy is, the way our budget is now, we just can't continue to depend on what we get in property taxes also and in our sales taxes from the malls and from the other businesses. So we are trying at this administration and with this council to do everything that we can to attract more people to our community so that we can deal with our streets, our roads, have enough police and firemen, and to deal with those things that really matter to people, which is our infrastructure. So I'm saying that even though it seems like we're just have a strong focus on downtown right now, we are going to get into the communities and pave these streets, as I told you guys for the last couple of years. We can't pave every street tomorrow, but we have plans in place so that we can address the needs of the community as a whole. But we don't have a professional sports team. We don't have a New Orleans Saints or anything like that. So what we're trying to do by having some of these major attractions is to help them be the magnet so that we can bring more commerce into this city, so we can use those dollars to spread out into the community to address the needs and the concerns of this entire city. So we're not just trying to focus on one area of this city, be it downtown or be it wherever. We're trying to utilize our resources and to do as best as we can as an administration and as a council to draw people to our community to help focus and pay for the things that matter to all of us. And I just wanted to address that because we do have a large number of people here today. And we do hear, well, it seems like the administration may be focusing on one area. But when we, as an administration, do things to empower people like we're trying to do with our Belmont Young Community Center, and also this grant that we're doing at Webster, those things are what build people, and people build communities and that sort of thing. So we don't have to wait on the next big business to come here. That business is created within the people that we already have in our community, and that is what we're trying to do to grow the city of Meridian. So if you all have immediate concerns that need to be addressed in your street or on your area, we will do everything we can to address those. But the long-term needs that need to be addressed on your streets and on your block, it is going to take us time. We do have our own equipment. Our Public Works Director, Mr. Smith, is not here today, but we address those things every Monday morning at 9 o'clock and throughout the week. And I would ask anyone who does have an immediate issue that we need to deal with in the next few weeks to give us a call at 601-485-1926. And someone from my team will address those. But I'm asking also that the community to be patient with us as we continue to work on plans to do all that we can to improve the way people view this city and the people also come into this community to spend their time, money, and energy and that sort of thing. And the things that we are doing for downtown, we use those things to address our community needs. So I just want to address the community and saying that I'm sorry I'm not facing the council, but I'm facing you guys because I'm hearing a lot of things that we need to address in the community, and we're going to address those things, and we're not trying to focus on any one area. So I want to say that to the community since I have it. 601-485-1926. Council, thank you, and thank you for all that you do. Thank you for the vote on the restaurant. Like I said, we'll be addressing those other things that we took off the agenda today.
The mayor delivered a veto on this council passed. If you want to take any action on that veto, you need a motion to add it to the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second to add the override of the mayor's veto to the council agenda.
Dr. Thomas, this is Stephen Wilson, trying to represent the city in this matter.
Please do. We need him to come forward.
All right, we have a motion to add it to the agenda. All in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. Nay. So the motion carries to add it to the agenda. Now we need a motion. If you plan to vote to override the veto, we need a motion of such.
Can we have a discussion?
Sure.
Yeah.
We need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Now, discuss, yeah. Okay, question? Discussion?
I just would like to hear from the mayor as to the reason for the veto.
All right, quite simply, council, first of all, the council, being the body that is set out to review ordinances, policies, and that sort of thing. As I've told this council.
Wait. Since you recused yourself, you might want to step out. Okay, go ahead.
Quite simply, the council is given the authority to set, modify, change our ordinances, our policies, those sort of things. A lot of times we, in community development, in HR, in a lot of our departments, we review our policies, we review our ordinances, some of them that we think need to be changed and or modified, updated. We try to, as best we can, get them to the council so that you guys can vote on changing them, reviewing them, and that sort of thing. A lot of things that we end up modifying are not brought to us until community members bring them to our attention to be reviewed. A lot of our ordinances that we have in place today have come for the fact that they are things in certain communities that needed to be looked at and reviewed to change. On last Tuesday, after listening to both sides, listening to the residents and the business owners around where there already is a tower that is, to me, an obstruction with this size, and listening to, again, the residents and the small business owners in that community, a lot of times we make decisions once we hear from communities, from people that have concerns with issues that will be a problem for them either with their business or with their residents. I think last Tuesday was a main example of what a public outcry is of somebody or a group of community members who would like for the tower issue to either be looked at another location and or look for another way to build up that structure. And that is what I have ordered my community development director to look at and bringing to you guys, which is a modification of our cell tower ordinance. Because if another company or another individual or another landowner wants to put a cell phone tower that's 250 feet in the air, that's a big obstruction in any B3 area in this city, including the one right across from City Hall here, they will be allowed to do that. So that is the reason why I vetoed the motion. And I still believe that this council needs to review, once our planners look at certain criteria, a new and modified cell tower plan as we move forward. I went out there personally 3 times to look at the existing tower. I also looked at the one that is going to be 80 feet larger than the current one that's there. And I think that we can do better in regards to that. I listened to both sides with Southern Lincoln. I listened to over 30 residents and small business owners, and a lot of them did not speak. A lot of them called our offices, a lot of them wrote us and that sort of thing, but a lot of them did not speak at the public forum. After all that information was listened to and looked back at our ordinances that we do have, I think there's some specific things in this public utility service structure ordinance that would give you guys the flexibility to vote against the cell tower, and you gave me the authority to vote against it. So I'm asking today that you think back about what was said on last Tuesday. It's nothing illegal for you to vote against this cell phone tower, and to let us move forward at bringing a modified ordinance to you guys to deal with this issue, so that it's not just an issue right now on North Hill Street, on the north side of town. It could be an issue in one of you guys' wards, as long as there's a B3 zone. I don't think that, the bottom line is the bottom line. It's an obstruction, and I think that we can do better. And I think if you guys give us some time, we can modify our cell phone ordinance plan. And that's what I'm asking the council to do.
Any more questions?
I have a question for the attorney. With what the mayor just said, and based on the conversation we had from a legal standpoint of what our ordinance says and what the law says, based on this specific issue that's before us right now, would we not have to abide by what our current ordinance states?
I think moving forward, changing ordinances is fine. That would be something that in the future with regard to this particular ordinance was in effect at the time we made their application. We, I don't know whether all the ordinances that are in place as of now, we have, this would go back to federal law issues.
Any questions?
And let me say one other thing as it relates to any of this. I understand how you guys voted. You vote to keep it the same or overturn that we may have litigation. And I understand that, but the bottom line of it is you guys' body is the body that sets our orders and sets our rules. Now, we could have right before that meeting changed the ordinance and done it that way, but I guess that did not happen. At the end of the day, it's you guys' decision in the future, just because a policy or something is in place, to still have the ability to modify and change that, even if we have to move forward some type of litigation. That's what we do for our citizens and people we represent. But again, I feel like this cell phone tower, that location or any location, is something that we need to review and to change and modify. And again, the planning commission had some issues with it, and I will have some issues with it. Thank you.
The motion on the floor is override the mayor's veto. Ready to vote? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Nay? Poll the council, what's your vote? Aye.
Aye.
Motion to override the mayor's veto carries with a 3-1 vote.
And whenever you all have the new ordinance, I think that's something that we can definitely take a look at. But just based on what the attorney has shared with us, based on this particular matter, moving forward. I think that's an excellent idea that we need to update it, and that's definitely something we need to do.
Okay, next move to citizens' comments, Mr. Allen Shute.
Good morning, folks. First of all, I apologize for what I've got to say. This has to be said. On the meeting on March 6th, I made a statement that the mayor and the department heads were not gods and they could not walk on water. Evidently, they didn't like it because they, on the 8th of March, they sent 5 cop cars out to my house with animal control to harass me. And let's not put this on record. You all know about it. And this has got to stop. Mayor's office can't harass people just because they come up here and speak their opinion. This is America. You listen to A. Now, this has got to stop. And he's really going to like what I've already done now. Because I filed a complaint in the records. Public Records Division, Ethics Committee. Got one right here, and I already filed 2 more. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be harassment again. Now, it's your guys' job to stop this. You don't have that kind of power, or shouldn't have that kind of power. And that's all I got to say this morning. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Allen.
Second, Ms. Savita Williams. Ms. Williams or Mr. Williams here? Third call. Here, had a request to go into executive session concerning prospective purchase, sale of land in the downtown Meridian area. We need a motion to go into closed determination to determine whether or not to have an executive session concerning that issue.
Mr. President, if we could do our council remarks.
Sure, that's fine.
And then I'll make that motion.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming. I just got a few updates here on some things we've been working on. So our Young Entrepreneurs Program has kicked back off last month at Meridian High, where we have a couple of volunteers from Citizens National Bank, and we're basically mentoring these kids to develop a sales pitch and a business plan. And then next month, we're going to have them go before a group of mock investors like Shark Tank and compete for a $5,000 scholarship. So that'll be a lot of fun, and these kids have so far come up with some pretty cool ideas. We have one that's a shoe cleaning business where you come in and have your shoes cleaned. So pretty, some really innovative ideas. So it'll be interesting to see a lot of this play out. Another update is on the website for our crowdfunding initiative. I thought I might have that something to show last month. Now I think I'll have at least some type of rough draft in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that because I'm pretty excited about possibilities there. Basically, the concept is we can connect people who have ideas, whether it's a project for real estate development or like a startup business, with the people who have resources to fund that operation. And then, so once the best ideas kind of rise to the top, then we'll use our resources to promote the best ideas on a regional basis so that we can draw more investment that way. Okay, aside from that, the East Mississippi Realtors are having a tiny house project. I don't really know much about it. I just saw a flyer for it yesterday. It's basically a grassroots effort to provide a path to housing that can be attainable for pretty much anyone. The number to call for more information about that is 601-485-7113, and that will be on Tuesday, April 17th at 10 a.m. The number is 601-485-7113. That's it. Thanks.
Well, good morning to everybody. We're glad to see everybody. Again, we appreciate the volunteers. We appreciate Wexler Foundation. We appreciate everybody, the administration, the mayor, all that you all do. I want to say thank you to Parks and Rec, to Magruder and your team that you had out for our neighborhood Ward 4 Easter egg hunt on Good Friday, and also the Brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity for our neighborhood hub at James Chaney Park on that Saturday. A lot of good things are happening at James Chaney. We will be doing our annual James Chaney Memorial Day at the park on Memorial Weekend. If you all do not have plans to go anywhere, come over to James Chaney Park. We celebrate Mr. Chaney, who is a native of this city, who did some wonderful things during the Civil Rights Movement, and we honor him, and we have a great fun day in the park with DJ and a little program. Fire department comes over and sprays us all down, and, you know, and everything. But we have a good time. This is the final push for those of you who have students in the Meridian Public School District or at any school. This is the final semester before summer break, and I just want to encourage you, just like these volunteers we have sitting in here today, we need more people volunteering. Whether that's coming to the schools during the week or starting a Saturday mentoring program or volunteering some tutoring. If anybody is good at math, my daughter needs a math tutor. Just want to put that out there. But we do need businesses. If you would consider giving incentives, some type of prize or something like that to the district, just to get our children excited about learning, excited to excel, and doing the best that they can do to finish this year strong. If Meridian Public School District fails, the city fails. So we need everybody, we need churches, everybody, to do what you can to make a difference as it relates to taking an active interest in the welfare of our youth. Again, thank you all for being here this morning.
Everything she said, I won't take time to repeat it. I want to say a special thanks to Parks and Rec for the inclusion with the special needs children for a lot of the activities. They were really excited and really, it did good to all of our hearts to see them included. Look forward to including them in more activities, and please include me in those activities. And RSVP and foster grandparents, thank you for all you do.
Good morning. Just give you guys an update what's going on the board too. I've been working at we're about to start working back at the cemetery in the next few weets. I've been trying to get the Mississippi Park Archives and trying to get that as a landmark so that the grass won't grow over your head and so that people can actually visit their parents out there at that cemetery. It's been neglected. Again, last year we done a phenomenal job of getting it done. So we're gonna be asking for volunteers to come out and help us in the next few weeks before the grass gets out of control. As the mayor, Parks and Rec, and his Mr. Magruder, all the staff, Mr. Arthur, for using all the muscles. Thank you guys for coming out, and the community. Thank you guys for coming out, helping build the Velma Young playground. The kids are eager. They're ready to play on this playground, and you should see them. Now they just can roam around the whole little thing. Can't get in there because we got a little fence up. So thank you guys for everything that you've done to make that a success. And for the 13th, again, we'll be the ribbon cutting, and I think we're gonna let us know what time it's gonna be. Another thing I've been working on over here at the Velma Young Center, I've been reaching out to restaurants, anybody, and what I'm shooting for is having a job fair. But the twist is going to be having a job fair for the youth. So we speaking 16 through 21. And what I want to do is reach the people at the high school, because school's about to get out. And I know last year we did something with the students where they can have a job, and I don't know if that's going to be possible this year or not. But if not, I'm definitely talking to people who's going to come out and actually hire. Once you come there, if you've done everything that you need to do, when you come to this Velma Young Center, they're going to be hiring you if you come appropriately. So be looking forward to that within the next month or so. If you guys have any kids or grandkids, let them know so they can kind of prepare themselves. So I give you an example, like McDonald's. If you come in, we're gonna have people there for McDonald's. If you come in there for a McDonald's job, already have your application done before you get there. That way, they'll know where to look and they can hire you on the spot. So that's the whole goal of this, is to just get something for our youth to do before the summer comes out. And also, another thing I've been, as it relates to the youth and job skills, I've been talking with Mississippi Job Board, and I'm very close of getting them to have one headquarters down here in Meridian. And so you guys just be on the lookout within the next few weeks of that actually coming. We're trying to get a building downtown, so when the kids come, they can sign up and go off to Job Corps, learn the skills. So hopefully they can bring those skills back to our city and help our city grow. But besides that, I thank you guys for everything you're doing, and God bless.
We need to add into the minutes, some information about the school board. Previously, when we made appointments to the school board, they had an expiration date or until a successor has been appointed. According to the law, that cannot happen. They have a termination date and they do not continue until the successor is appointed. So, Mr. Van Veckoven's appointment should reflect his term expires on Friday before the first Saturday of March 2019. Term of Reverend Houston expires on Friday before the first Saturday of March 2020. Term of Ms. Austin expires on Friday before the first Saturday of March 2021. The term of Mr. Moss expires on Friday before the first Saturday of March 2022. The reason that we're talking about the first Saturday is that's the way the law is written, and that's what we need to do. Do we need to take any official action or just add that in the minutes? I think we just add that in the minutes, that's sufficient. So now we go back to the question of whether or not to go into closed determination, determine whether or not to stay in an executive session concerning the prospective purchase and sale of land in the downtown Meridian area.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, aye? So we'll go to closed determination. You'll clear the chambers, please. If you take care of the conversation, please do them outside.
Thank you all.